Hello again. I'm out of the kitchen and in my living room in my reading chair, ready to read you a story called Spookly. Spookly and the Pumpkin Jamboree. I hope you enjoyed my science experiments in the kitchen and looking forward to seeing you try that or maybe coming up with your own. This is a story about Spookly. Spookly the square pumpkin is as excited as can be because today is the very first pumpkin jamboree. Pumpkins from patches far and near will celebrate autumn in his patch this year. There he is, that's Spookly. Spookly wanted everything to be just right, and so he and his friends had stayed up all night. Ooh. They practiced bouncing, rolling, glowing brighter and brighter because every pumpkin that grows knows a pumpkin that shines on Halloween night is a trick-or-treater's favorite sight. It lights the way from door to door. It treats and sweets and so much more. Spookly waits in the patch for the pumpkins to arrive, and when they do, oh, what a surprise! They are silly clown pumpkins all clowning around, and the prince and the princess pumpkins wearing their tiaras and crowns. There are sporty sport pumpkins playing very strange games. So many different groups, and not one the same. See them all dressed up? There's Spookly. And just when Spookly thinks everyone is there, the last group arrives and gives him a scare. They're big and they're creepy. Their looks give him a fright. The other pumpkins worry they'd ruin the whole night. Ooh, they do look a little scary, don't they? Ooh. Not Spookly. Spookly knew you shouldn't be afraid of someone because they don't look like you. He says to the biggest scary one, "Welcome to the patch. Do you like to have fun?" "I do," says the big pumpkin. "I like playing games." Spookly smiled and says, "I'm glad you came." That was nice of Spookly. He looked a little scary, he looked a little different, but he still knew that he could be friends with him. We all look different. And before you could count 1, 2, 3, that big scary pumpkin is happy as can be. Look at his smile. See? He is a kind and gentle, friendly and sweet, the nicest pumpkin you could ever meet. Spookly tells the big pumpkin, "Come on, follow me. It's time to start the jamboree." And that's when the real trouble began. Uh-oh. The problem. The pumpkins couldn't agree on what the jamboree should be. Each group wanted to celebrate their own way and wouldn't listen to what the others would say. They quarreled and squabbled about which way is best. Each group is sure their way is better than the rest. Ooh, they're not listening to each other, are they? They're fighting and arguing and they're not getting along. And they're not listening to their friends and thinking they know best. So when a clown tells a prince, "I won't celebrate with you," the prince declares, "Good, because I don't want to." Then a sporty sport says, "We're leaving, we're through," to the princess, who proclaimed, "We're leaving too." Oh no, they're all getting so upset with each other and not listening to each other. They're all leaving. Spookly feels sad. He wants them to stay. He's sure that they can have fun celebrating in different ways. He has to do something right, really fast, he said, or this pumpkin jamboree will be the first and the last. What do you think Spookly will do? He's got to save the jamboree party. Spookly thinks, "Wait, I know something that might end this fight. The one thing we all do on Halloween night." So Spookly started to glow and glow. He is glowing. He's starting to grow and grow. The other pumpkins gasped and stopped in their tracks. They turned to see Spookly and started to come back. Spookly's square orange light reminds them all their problems isn't big and their differences are small. It's time to stop this silly fight. Doesn't matter who's wrong, doesn't matter who's right. It's time to do what we do together, to have fun. They gathered around Spookly and began glowing too. They all started to glow. Some red, some yellow, some orange, and some blue. You see their glow all around them? There are so many colors, so many wonderful hues that an unusual rainbow comes shining through. I love rainbows. Do you love rainbows? There are no rows in this rainbow, none whatsoever. All the different colors are mixed up together, and each one is beautiful, separate and apart, but when it's blended with each other, it's wonderful color of art. The pumpkins looked at their rainbow, the most special one ever, and realized they could celebrate differently and still celebrate together, and that's just what they did. Look at all their pretty colors. We would have missed out on all that pretty glowing if they had laughed, right? And look at their happy faces. But later, when the children entered the patch, Spookly noticed that none of their costumes match, and the sound of the laughter the children are sharing is the same no matter what costume they're wearing. Here's some children playing pretend, dressing up. Spookly's Jamboree was the first one ever, and the pumpkins had fun celebrating together. They made lots of new friends and learned something too. And makes any holiday special is not the words that you say or the things that you do. It's everyone and everyone who celebrates with you. So they were just having fun being together, right? It didn't matter what they were doing, just as long as they were together and they were happy and they weren't fighting. And just like Spookly and his friends at the Pumpkin Jamboree, you can be too, and I can be me. And when we all shine together, even if we're different, we can make a beautiful rainbow all together. Yes, like we talk at school, be a friend maker, not a friend breaker. Sharing is caring. Show respect. The more the merrier, and treat others like you want to be treated. If we do that, we can all have fun at school, right? We're all different, but we all are the same. We all have feelings inside, and we want to be treated that way. Well, enjoy the science. I hope you enjoyed Spookly, the square pumpkin. When we get back to school, we're going to decorate some pumpkins with some paint. And look for those printouts I'm going to send to your mom that you can do at home. Now, the next 2 days, I'm going to be at my school. I'm going to be here in probably at my kitchen table with my computer, and I'm going to be learning all about fun things I can do with you when we get back to school. So I won't be on my computer and doing videos until next Monday. So next Monday, look for me on a video, and then we'll get back together next week. All right, I love you, and I'm going to go learn lots, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.